Mum, can you defend yourself here?
Yeah, I don't think I'm guilty, really. If it was up to me, she'd go to bed as soon as she got home from school.
Today on Judge Bex. Darcy is judging her mum Abigail for not letting her stay up until the same time as her friends. Time is of the essence. Will Darcy get the outcome she dreamed of, or is it a case of you snooze, you lose? Court in session. All rise for the Honourable Judge Bex.
This is quite a conundrum, so I want to ask, who brought this case to me?
Me.
Tell me a little bit about what the problem you've got is.
Well, my mum tries to get me to go to bed at the same time as my 2-year-old cousin AJ. 6:30.
6:30, same as your 2-year-old cousin.
Yeah.
I mean, this is opening a lot of questions, so let's see, where shall I begin? First of all, Darcy, what time do you get up in the morning?
I wake up at 7.
So you go to bed at 6:30 every day and you wake up at 7. That's a lot of sleep. That's more math than I can do. That's so much sleep. And do you get to sleep immediately like that, or do you take a little time to get to sleep?
I take a little time to get to sleep, but my mum's like, go to sleep now!
And as we all know, that really makes you want to sleep when someone's shouting at you to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Mum, can you defend yourself here?
Yeah, I don't think I'm guilty, really. If it was up to me, she'd go to bed as soon as she got home from school.
That doesn't put you in the best light, Mum, but okay.
Yeah, I'm tired when I've done a hard day at work. I just think that, in the Victorian times, children were seen and not heard. Can't we go back to those days?
In the Victorian times, though, we also would send kids up chimneys. Are you saying we should do that as well?
That's quite a good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Get those kids up there in the chimneys. Now, do you have any other kids, or is Darcy an only child?
Luckily, just the one child. Yeah.
The one. Luckily for you, clearly. And you got the idea of the 6:30 bedtime from a 2-year-old relative, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, I just thought 6:30 was okay. She actually, you want to be fed, don't you, when you get home from school? Yeah, and so it's the earliest we can manage is 6:30. Unfortunately, if possible, we could do 6.
Poor Darcy she spends half a day in bed. It's a long time to spend. So when she's gone upstairs to bed, what do you do? Do you hang out? Do you play watch TV? What do you do, Mum?
I know what she does.
What do I do?
So, she always says to me, but I'm tired and I want time to myself and watch TV.
So she's watching TV and she's not letting you join in.
And I always ask, can I watch TV or can I play on the iPad? And she's like, no, bed or read.
Bed or read? That is quite an interesting conundrum. So I was interested in this case because I was trying to figure out when I used to go to bed. And I asked my dad, and he said I apparently as a kid would race up the stairs. I absolutely loved going to bed quite early because I do quite like my sleep. But I've researched the science behind this because I thought, as a judge, I've got to do my job properly here. So I found out that kids, because you're 9 years old, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kids between 9 and 12 need about 9 to 12 hours sleep per night. But it sounds like you're getting a lot extra, like loads extra. And the average, I think in the science, it says, the latest is 9 p.m. So if I was to say anything, of course, I would say, we're not going to go past 9. Well, 10 o'clock is far too late. That's far too late. But I've got to say, I mean, this seems extraordinarily early to go to bed. Would you like to stay downstairs for half an hour extra and watch TV with your mum, maybe? Or would you like to just be on your own and hang out?
What I do want to do is I don't really get time to watch to my fave radio station Fun Kids or play on the iPad or watch TV.
Okay.
So I really want to have more time to do those stuff.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. And I mean, I'm very aware right now. I'm looking at the clock thinking I am cutting into your time of doing stuff by just chatting to you at 5:15. You've got stuff to go and do, clearly. Now, Mum, tell me, how long do you plan to let this rule last for? Is it until Darcy's 18? Like, when does this rule stop?
Yeah, I was thinking college, university, maybe.
When she leaves the house, just that's when she can do what she wants. Right, yeah, sure. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that is brutal, and I do admire you for that. I do respect the game here. Yeah, I do respect the hustle. But I've got to make my decision. So here we go. I think we need a compromise here. We need a little bargaining chip. We need a halfway point here. I think we both agree with that. So I think my ruling is, Mum, we have some flexibility issues here. Darcy's got to live her life. She's got to go and listen to Fun Kids more often because she'll have to go to bed before my show finishes. I need her to finish the end of my show. My show finishes at 7 o'clock. So at the very earliest, 7 o'clock, because then Darcy can listen to the end of my radio show, and maybe a little bit later so she can read as well for a little bit after that. How do we think? What do we think about that?
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying 7 at the earliest. Mum, you don't have to go sit with her. I'm sure you can relax as well, separately. Don't just pack her off to bed and up the chimney and down the mines. So I think what I'm saying is earliest, let's say 7 o'clock, and then see how we go, maybe reading for a little bit after that. How do we feel, guys? Darcy, how do you feel about that? Good. Okay. Good. Well, even then, you'll be before the daily average of 9-year-olds going to bed from the research I've done. But we'll get you there. We'll work your way up.
Yeah, I'll tell you if she keeps on sending me to bed at 6:30 or she sends me to bed at about 7.
7 is more respectable, but I still think there's some wriggle room. I won't lie to you. I think we could probably, a bit like, when you go to an auction, you kind of bid a bit higher. I reckon we could probably get a bit higher. I think if you prove yourself at 7, work your way up, and we'll get you to 8:30. I reckon eventually. That sounds right, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we can do that.